Good afternoon, good morning. This is Dr. Russell Robinson coming to you live from his office, not my home office, but that'll come shortly. I want to take a little time to go over the syllabus with you. I know by this time you should already have a copy, but I want to make sure that we actually can have it smack dab in front of us so there are no questions, if, ands, or buts about it. Again, you can see how to contact me. My number here is, of course, 919-530-7108. My email address again is wrobin15, etc., etc. I will try to respond to email within 24 to 48 hours, so please give me that level of flexibility if possible. What I want to do right now again is go over some of the basics of the course. I'm sure you've read this, but I want to make sure again that you have an opportunity. If you have any questions, call me, contact me. Again, these are the things that you need to have up front. We'll need you to have that YouTube channel established. We will need for you to also have a video recorder. It needs to be a film camera, video camera, could be even your iPhone if you have one that's of good quality, or your regular cell phone. But the idea is to make sure that you have good audio as well as video. The other thing too we want to make sure you have is, again, and I can't stress this enough, you need to have high speed internet access. Of course, Windows Media Player, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, the whole Office package. Also, we'll try to have Google Hangouts occasionally, at least once a week. I'm thinking right now Sundays might be the best time, but that too can change. These virtual sessions are going to be again on Sundays for the time being from 7 until 8:15. And if we'll try to ignore that person that just talked to me, but they'll be okay. We'll try to take care of that as well. So anyway, let's go over some of the basic student learning outcomes. We basically want to make sure that this is an introductory class. So we want to give you the opportunity really to learn what it's like to perform or execute a public speech in front of an audience, certainly more than 6 people. We're going to go over 3 types of speeches during the course of this semester, and we're going to use various apparatuses to get that done. We talked again about the whole notion of, again, the virtual attendance policy. Please take a look at that. Basically, in general, we need you to go ahead and at least post at least once a week so we know that you are still actively engaged in class. Additionally, you see the section here on audience members and so forth, your speeches. Now, I'm going to change this temporarily. We're probably going to do more than 3, no more than 3. And again, I want you to understand that reading speeches, let me go ahead and highlight that for you. Reading speeches, that can give you an automatic grade of a 0. We don't want you to read the speech. We actually want you to go ahead and actually perform the speech and execute the speech. This other information that you see here is pretty much plain black and white. Let's go over again the assignment due dates. In many cases, the assignment due dates for me, I like to have my stuff in by 5 o'clock on the day of business. For me, the day of business closes at 5 p.m. And in many cases, I will have that information posted for you. You will also get a rubric for every assignment, or for most assignments that you get. Some assignments don't really require a rubric, like a Blackboard or a discussion board post. We don't want to worry about a rubric for that. Let's also think too about the idea of the 48-hour rule. In some cases, you may have a grade that you're not happy with. Do me a favor, shoot me an email, let's talk about it, and do it in 48 hours. If I don't hear from you in 48 hours, that matter is going to be considered closed. Next, guidelines for recording speeches. We want to make sure that you, again, have that video camera, and I need to cut that stuff off. Please leave me alone. We need to also have the stuff here with the discussion board. We also want to make sure that you need to have your speeches uploaded to a YouTube channel. So again, it's imperative that you create that YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel, please do so now. I do not like having a lot of video uploaded to my email. I will not take it. Again, you need to make sure that you have an audience of at least 6 people by the time you actually do your speech that is your informative speech. And I want to make sure that I highlight this because I just don't want people to misunderstand this. It's not that I'm trying to be inflexible, but I need you to understand that we need that to be pretty much, and I'll just make that bold so you can see it. Let me just do it the easy way. Cancel that out and make that bold. We need to make sure that you have audience members 6, 18 and older. Now, I'm giving you this information on the front side because I don't want you to say that you've been blindsided. Again, let's see. Record your speech, etc., etc. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Either you're going to have it or you're not. And let's see. I think you can read this on your own. That's pretty self-explanatory. Let's go to some of the key dates again in the course. Speech of introduction, that's due on the 31st of May. Coming around the corner, you have your About Me assignment that is due on the 24th of May. And that's actually sometime this week. So I want to get you started on that. We also have your demonstration speech. That's June 24th. That's going to be a fitness activity that you will demonstrate. I will walk you through that. You also will have your informative speech. I usually wait to give out the topic of the informative speech because I have a lot of students in the past who have tried to say, I'm going to recycle a speech that I did for another class. And I don't like to do that. So what I try to do is I like to hold the topic until the time it's due. That way everyone has an equal opportunity to go out, collect resources, collect your sources that you'll need to get that off the ground. Again, with every speech from the from the demonstration speech up through the informative speech, you will be required to have an outline, you'll be required to have a PowerPoint presentation, and by the time you also do even the informative speech, we're going to need you to have a bibliography for that as well. So, as you can see, let's take a look and concentrate on what we have going on this week alone. We need you to go ahead and get that About Me page set up. We also want you to get download the Statement of Understanding. It's just basically letting me know that you understand what you're getting into. Shoot that back to me via email. We also want to make sure that you get your Google Plus account. We also want to make sure that you have your WorkSafe YouTube channel up and running by the 21st. That should be by tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And again, I'm also going over the course overview. We're talking about the 23rd. Let's go ahead and correct that. I want to double check my calendar to make sure that I'm right on that. We say the 23rd. What day is the 23rd? That actually should be, that's a Saturday. So let me go ahead and actually make that for Sunday the 24th. So you have two things that are available for you there. And again, I also want you to respond to the discussion board titled Student Introduction. And I'm also going to put another one up there shortly called Respond to Public Fears. In both cases, and I'm making a quick modification here, these posts, these posts need to be made in, if I would say that, they need to be, I can't talk today, they need to be made on your YouTube channel. So there's no mistake about that. So I want to concentrate on getting this week done, taking care of these two items, and when we get back over the holiday or from the holiday, we'll start getting you ready and primed up for your speech of introduction. Okay, so that should hold it for now. I will be back in roughly about a few minutes, and I will go over how to make your About Me page. Until then, be well. Talk to you very, very soon.